Hey, hello everyone. So, for those of you who haven't heard, Obi-Wan Kenobi, the series came out yesterday. The two episodes, I've watched the two of them. I thought the first one was great. I thought the first one was like really brings back to what Star Wars was. But then I see in the second episode, and suddenly I've gone from very happy, like I was when I was a child, to pissed off. Uh, Mainly due to the fact that they've done it again. Disney has pulled a yet another bait and switch again, to nobody's surprise. So, more leaks came out, and apparently the story here was leaked. So we're gonna have a little look at this and discuss it and talk about it. So let's start here. Read along if you wish. Obi-Wan Kenobi has the potential to totally redefine how Star Wars fans view the 19-year exile the show's hero endured on Tatooine. True. It is set 10 years after the Revenge of the Sith. The new Disney Plus series will follow Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan as he's forced to face off against a number of powerful Imperial Inquisitors, as well as his former student, Darth Vader, Hayden Christensen, or Anakin Skywalker. We all should know this. So, yeah, pretty much that's the basics of it. Kenobi is already shaping up to change Obi-Wan and Vader's rivalry, but it looks like the upcoming Disney Plus series won't actually climax with the two characters facing off against each other. Instead, several reports suggest that the series ending may revolve around one of Obi-Wan Kenobi's new Star Wars characters. Now, you can imagine how I am reading this. And if you're watching this, then you know too. Like, they've done it again. They've bait and switched it. If you've seen The Force Awakens, they baited us with Finn possibly having good character, and then they switched it to Rey and pretty much shot on Finn and turned him into a token black guy. If that's racist, well, I'm telling you how it is. I think he was treated horribly. Finn deserved better. But back to this. So far, yeah, it is looking like this isn't Obi-Wan. This is gonna be now spoilers. Obviously, I'm gonna say that now before I say anything else. If you are watching this, be aware that there are spoilers. I suggest you watch the two episodes, then come back. So this is not gonna be the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. This is gonna be the Reva and Leia Organa show, guest starring Obi-Wan. That's what this is gonna be. So let's continue reading on, shall we? So here are the leaks. So according to a string of reports from MakingStarWars.net, the sixth and final episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi will see the Jedi fight a duel with Darth Vader. However, their fight won't be the climax of the episode. Instead, the final climactic confrontation will happen when Obi-Wan returns to the Lars homestead on Tatooine to discover Reva, aka the third sister, pointing her red lightsaber at a young, frightened Luke Skywalker. This is dumb. If this is true, this is fucking dumb. Like, it's... why would you do that? Like, that completely rewrites everything. This will rewrite everything, because then that will imply that Luke, when he grows up on Tatooine, will know that the Sith are a thing. He will know that he's being hunted, and on top of that, it makes Obi-Wan look super incompetent, which is not true. Keep in mind, this is the same man who gave his life to make sure Luke lived. Like, he is not that stupid, and I don't know why Disney, or for that matter Kathleen Kennedy, is pushing this, expecting us to swallow this, if this is true. I'd like to think it's not, but look at Disney's track record. Continuing from that, the reports say that during this moment, Rivia will think back on her own life and remember how she was forced into the Jedi Order and later made to be a pawn for the Empire. She will realize that she's not capable of killing a child in the same way Anakin Skywalker did in Revenge of the Sith, and will ultimately share a silent exchange with Obi-Wan before leaving Tatooine. Luke will subsequently be reunited with his guardians, Owen and Beru. This is stupid. This doesn't make sense because this has never happened. You're changing the original trilogy canon now. Like, you're changing George Lucas's original works to suit your own agenda. That's all this is. This is an agenda. This is the woke movement, the message, strong female character crap. They're doing it again. And it's just like, why? Why have you done this to Obi-Wan? Why his character? It wasn't bad enough that you fucking assassinated Luke Skywalker's character? Now you want to assassinate one of the most important, influential, and above all else, loved character in the series. It's his turn to get sniped now? Moving on from that, the Kenobi finale will then see Rivia return to the Inquisitor's stronghold, and tell Vader she managed to kill Obi-Wan. Vader, sensing that Rivia is lying, will murder her in cold blood, and in doing so will kill the one person who might have been able to tell him the truth about his twin children. But this is stupid! This doesn't happen! Nobody knows about Vader's children, or Anakin's children! Nobody knows! Nobody knows Vader is Anakin! Nobody knows this! So why are they painting? Why does she know? Alright, let's put this in perspective. There was only, as far as I know in the canon, there was only 3 people who knew who Darth Vader was. Who Darth Vader truly was. There was only 3 people. There was the Emperor, obviously Vader himself, and Grand Moff Tarkin. To my knowledge, those were the only 3 people who knew who Vader was. And like now they're saying this random Inquisitor knew? How? The other Inquisitors don't even know. So how is she the only one to know this? I bet they're going to do that in the next episode. Like, this is what made this time so interesting, is that nobody knew who Vader was. But now they're going to say that this just so happens that this person of color who manages to kill the Grand Inquisitor, by the way, this person of color is suddenly so powerful that she can take on the Grand Inquisitor and probably undeniably take on Vader too, just to promote the message. And if anything, right, if you want to see more about how far Star Wars has fallen, wait for the Critical Drinker to do a video on this. The Critical Drinker is going to lambaste this, because this is laughable. This is laughable. This isn't entertainment. This is just a fan fiction now. This is a fan fiction where your original character is decimating everyone just because why not? So if these leaks are true, that means Star Wars fans should expect to see Moss Ingram's Reva emerge as an even more important player in Obi-Wan Kenobi's story than they've previously been led to believe. Not only will she manage to learn the truth about Anakin Skywalker's children, but she also decides whenever Luke lives or dies. So essentially what they're doing here is, obviously, as I've said in the start of this is a bait and switch. They made you believe that this was going to be Obi-Wan, but it isn't. And they're trying to do this whole woke empowerment thing, which does nothing more but damage the integrity of this actor. Like, this actress is not that bad, which is what annoys me. And in the first episode, she was brilliant. Like, she wasn't even that bad, and then they do this in the second one, and already you don't like her, because you know she's not going to be a threat to Obi-Wan because of episode 4, and you know Vader is going to murder her because she knows who he is. Which he's done numerous times, by the way. But somehow, because she's a strong, independent person of color, she's not going to be harmed, and Vader's probably going to take her under his wing, and she's going to be retconned into all the other movies as this person who's helped Vader from the start, blah-de fucking blah. Like, they always do this. Her decision not to kill Luke at the end of Obi-Wan Kenobi will also make Reva the latest in a line of tragic Star Wars anti-heroes. Her alleged flashbacks would also presumably allow Kenobi to end in a way that addresses the lingering pain many of the characters still feel about Order 66 and the fall of the Jedi Order. If her death in Kenobi plays out as these leaks claim, Rivia's demise may also feel reminiscent of how the second sister is killed in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That will come as either a welcome or a disappointing update depending on how you feel about that game. First of all, that game is brilliant. As a matter of fact, I would prefer if the second sister was in this instead of her. But yeah, no, I mean they've already copied Fallen Order, so like let's not make like the possible ending the unique thing here. Like if you've watched it, then you know they've already copied Fallen Order when Obi-Wan saves Leia before she fell to her death. We already know this. So they might be actually just copying the game. So if they are copying the game, then that means Obi-Wan is going to go through the exact same journey as Cal Kestis did, which will probably end with him on Dathomir, with a fallen Jedi Master, and then Obi-Wan has to fight him, etc. At least that's how it looks from my perspective. In addition to Reva's overall arc, this batch of Obi-Wan Kenobi leaks also confirmed to a number of previous rumors that the series, including the cameo appearance Liam Neeson is rumored to make as Qui-Gon Jinn. However, it's Reva's final decision that seems to be the most noteworthy one right now. If these leaks are correct, that means the third sister will go on just as a transformational and important story. Important. Wait, what? I'm sorry, I'm retarded. Just as transformational and important as a story in Obi-Wan Kenobi as the show's hero. This may come to a surprise, but it suggests that Kenobi may actually manage to tell a compelling new story even amidst its... No, it's not. You see, it's not, though. Because the problem here is that this is just a bait and switch, and it's just a narrative thing. That's what it's going to be. That's what I think it's going to be. I hope these leaks are wrong. I hope they are, because that means that we were lied to. This isn't going to be watching Obi-Wan go through the trials of like grief, remorse, and pain after Order 66. We're not going to see him struggle with his new life and trying to get over the deaths and the loss of the Jedi Order, and then eventually just overcoming it and then understanding his role as Ben Kenobi. That's going to eventually lead up to like episode 4. Nope, we're not going to get that. Instead, we're going to get a story that shows Obi-Wan incompetent, and he's going to get, and is currently getting the Luke Skywalker treatment from The Last Jedi. So we're going to get a shitty Obi-Wan, and then suddenly strong female protagonist comes in, saves the day, etc. That's what I think. Now look, I could be wrong about this, and I wholeheartedly accept that I could be wrong. Because honestly, I don't want to see this show fail. I love Obi-Wan, like as a character. I love Hayden Christensen, Ewan McGregor, and the actress who's playing Reva, I don't mind her. Because I think, like, if they do it correctly, she can be good. But they can't do this to where she's the main focus of the show, because last time I checked, it's called Obi-Wan Kenobi, not the third sister. So why is she becoming a focus? Like, she's getting more, like, and I know this whole thing about, oh, well, she's an antagonist, so she needs to have more, like, she needs to have screen time in order to be threatening. But that's just the problem. She's not threatening. She's almost like a dark side version of Rey. Almost. And the thing is that, as I said, this is Obi-Wan Kenobi. This isn't Inquisitors. This isn't, like, Darth Reva. This isn't Princess Leia. This is Obi-Wan, and it should just be that. Obi-Wan. Like, ask yourselves this, right? Let me ask you guys a question. What would you prefer? Do you prefer a story about Obi-Wan, or are you going to prefer about a character that is literally new and has never been heard of, just to see her do all of this shit that she should not be able to do? It's literally like Rey. And this is why Disney doesn't understand about, this is what they don't understand about why their new trilogy failed. It's because of stuff like this. Honestly, the easiest way to fix this is that I think Kathleen Kennedy just needs to be taken off of Star Wars, and someone like Dave Filoni gets put in charge, because this is madness now. Like, you've put a story out there about supposedly about Obi-Wan just to make it about this character, and I want to see her succeed. But if you want to make it so that she turns to the light, you can do that, but do it in a way that's believable. Because right now she's not looking very likable, and I really want to like the show, but right now it's just I could just see it that it's just gonna fail. That's just honestly it. But that's pretty much it, guys. Uh, Leave your opinions in the comments. I'd love to see it. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it.